I will be the first to say I am probably the worst YouTuber ever. About a year ago, I started my lock journey and I have not been back since. Y'all haven't seen my hair, nothing. Maybe if you follow me on like Instagram or something, but even then you really haven't seen my hair too. I don't know. But we are back with a video. This is what my hair is looking like. Basically a year in. It's disgusting. That's why we're here. About a year ago, I twisted my hair to start my locks. According to YouTube, it's not gonna say it's the year because I procrastinated on putting up the video. I am like the queen procrastinator, as you can tell. But today I am going to try to do a ACV soak. I tried it one time, but it was like a plastic shoebox. I might insert some clips, but it was a fail. It did not work. It was very uncomfortable. The bowl was like super small. It was uncomfortable the way I had to put my head in there. So we are gonna give this another shot because as you can see, there is plenty of nastiness. Can you see? I'm sure you can see. There is plenty of nastiness going on. And I feel like I just need a fresh start. It's been about 3 months since I've washed and retightened my hair. I'm gonna try to get into the habit of washing my hair more often, even when I know I'm not gonna retighten it that day. Maybe I can avoid some of this buildup because I really don't put anything in my hair. I used to spritz it with rose water every day before quarantine started, and since that I haven't. If you want to know what this year has been like with me and my locks, let me know. I might do like a 1 year, what do you call those things, anniversary updates, or if you want to see that, let me know down below. I would do my darn best to actually film, edit, and upload that. This is where we're starting at. Hopefully there'll be a nice before and after, and it's gonna be like squeaky clean and beautiful. Okay, let's get started. So to mix everything, I just added some apple cider vinegar and baking soda to the water. I did not measure anything. I just poured it in there and stirred it with my fingers. And that was it. And then I just put my head in. You want to make sure your water is not too hot. I put my water as hot as it can go. And for some reason, your scalp interprets temperature differently than your hand does. So, and I just let it soak. I'm working. As you can see, like the movement of my fingers, I'm trying to work it and loosen up all the buildup and everything. And then I soak it for a little while, then loosen it and soak it and loosen it. And that was just like what I did the entire time that it was soaking. I think I let it soak for like 15 minutes each, 15 to 20 minutes. And throughout, I was just, switching between soaking and then using my fingernails to kind of loosen and scrape. Well, I don't want to say scrape, but I was scraping. You'll see later in the clip, I'll kind of show it up close how I was trying to squish out or scrape out as much of the buildup as I could. So I flipped over and put my head in this way because I felt like the front of my head wasn't really soaking as much as the back of my head was, and to better be able to work out that product in the back because I didn't really have that much room to work with it. This is the up close that I was telling you, that you can see like how I'm literally trying to like scrape it out. But yeah, that's what I did. This is what it's looking like after the first soak. So this is what it looked like after the first soak. You'll be able to see like a lot of the whiteness. That's the buildup that was all over the base of my locks. And because of this, I felt like I needed to soak again, which I did end up soaking again. But I used this time to further try to work that product and loosen it up as much as I could. So this is the comparison. The first time you could barely see my hand, and the second time you could. Keep in mind that the water wasn't completely cleared to start off with anyway. I'm probably trying to justify. But anyway, this is what my hair looked like after the second soak. You can see, you know, a little less opaque whiteness. There's still whiteness because I have to wash my hair, but it's not as thick of a whiteness. Ta-da! Fresh hair, don't care. But this is what my hair looked like after I washed it. I feel like it was a big improvement. It doesn't look as disgusting as it did when I first started this thing, so thumbs up for that. But yeah, nice and fresh. Well, fresh enough. Pretty good. I don't know what the back looked like though. As you can see, there's still some buildup in the back of my head because I can't see the back of my head. So I did the best I could. I'm not perfect. Doubt I'll ever be perfect, but it is what it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go and retighten my hair. I would show y'all that like all the way from the beginning, but the way my bathroom is set up now, it's not really set up for me to be videoing, and I lost my little suction tripod that used to stick to the mirror. So once I get closer to the front where I can actually see what I'm doing, I will come back and show you exactly how I retighten. I used a 2-point rotation, and yeah, I'll be back. So what I'm doing is spritzing my hair with rose water. I will leave a link down below if you want to get this rose water. It's just a really common rose water that you find on Amazon. And then I have an interlocking tool that I also got from Amazon. I like this one better than some that I recently got, but I'll leave a link to this one as well. And for the 2-point, I just go in for two different directions. It doesn't really matter which direction you go. You just never want to go through the same exact spot twice in a row because that's how you get holes in your locks. I know my example, it doesn't really look like I'm doing very distinct directions, but I promise you I'm not going through the same direction twice. Another thing, make sure you don't do it too tight, because once you do it too tight and you pull it all the way through, there is no going back from there. Trust me, I've had to suffer a few times. There's no undoing it. Don't mind my face. I look really tired. This took me some hours. But this was the finished results. Nice, fresh, retightened locks. I don't know if you've seen when I first installed my twist, but the parting I went for was like a diamond parting. And when I do my retighten sessions, I usually just part with my fingers. Recently, I started like trying to use like the end of a rat tail comb gently to make sure my parts are straight, because I did notice some of my parts were getting a little janky. So to kind of freshen up a few of those parts, I did like use the end of a rat tail comb, but usually I just use my fingers to, you know, pull them apart and work out any hairs that may have joined another from another. So and that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.